What's good, everybody? It's your brother Mad Black, the most dangerous and the most toxic black man on the internet, and I'm black up in your face again with some more pro-black commentary. So, we are going to talk about twerking today, folks, and I can hear the groans in the audience, but it has become a subject matter that I can't avoid at this point because it's everywhere. As I like to call them, the twerk zombies. You can't avoid them. Okay, the twerk zombies show up everywhere. Anywhere there is any type of social function or get together where there's one or more black people, twerk zombies will show up. Okay, it doesn't matter if it is a funeral, a graduation, at church. It doesn't matter whether it's at a children's birthday party. It doesn't matter whether it's at a historical monument. It doesn't matter if it's in a graveyard. It doesn't matter if it's at a slave fort. Twerk zombies are going to twerk. Okay? You can't stop the musty menace of the twerkers. Okay? So, very recently, it was the sister India Irie was voicing her displeasure at the fact that at the Essence Festival, Meg the Stallion and Janelle Monae were twerking their behinds at the Essence Festival. Okay, they were on stage and they had a whole bunch of other women twerking and all this other stuff, right? So India Irie was upset about that and she voiced her opinions about it on social media. And of course, they've been, the twerk zombies have been attacking her. They've been trying to assault her on social media. If I was her, I wouldn't give a damn because India Irie is old enough to have it, she's older than social media, just like me. So when people come at me on social media, I was like, whatever. Are you going to, if you're not going to do anything to me actually physically, if you're just going to bitch and moan on a comment section, go right ahead and do your little comment videos or make your little social media posts and tag me in it. Go ahead and give me more publicity. Go ahead. Okay, I don't care. But when anytime anyone, especially if another female, especially if it's another black female, speaks out against twerking, the twerk zombies are going to attack them because the twerk zombies have decided that there are no standards for women, okay? It's always the lowest common denominator. That way, they can all fit into the same category as classy women. You see, so if there are groups of women or a singular women who are saying that they don't do that, or you shouldn't do that in certain cases, or you shouldn't do that at certain social events, then the twerk zombies have to attack them because once again, they have to lower everything to the lowest common denominator. No one can be ratchet if everyone is ratchet. You see what I'm saying? Like everyone has to be brought down to that guttural level. And the twerk zombies, they don't really think to the point where I don't even think twerking is. I don't even think some of them even realize what they're doing when they do it. They just bend over and start doing it. Like I've seen several cases where like they'll look confused for a second and then just start twerking. Like they don't understand even why they're doing it. You see what I'm saying? Like that's just like their escape hatch for everything. like there's that infamous moment that a lot of young people will know what I'm talking about, but I know a lot of you old heads don't know what I'm talking about. But when they had that that freestyle, I think it was for Vibe magazine or whatever, where they had a lot of young rappers doing a little freestyle, and at the end they had Coi Leray, like she was doing terrible at the freestyle. Like everyone else did a pretty decent enough job, but she was terrible. And it's like she couldn't figure out what else to do, so she literally just turned around and started twerking. So it's like that's what it is now. It's to the point where it's mindless. It's something almost that runs off of some sort of weird primal animal instinct. It doesn't even have any type of real sense about it. Okay, no intelligence behind it whatsoever. Okay, and really, it's not even sexually appealing anymore. It's not. This is one of the few things, like twerking is one of the few things that I agree with females out here, that it has nothing to do with what men want. Okay, because most men understand that they don't want their women twerking everywhere, right? So they do it because these women do it because they want to do it. It's not men saying, "Hey, we love twerking, so you need to twerk at my mama's funeral." Okay, it's not men saying, "I love twerking, so you need to twerk at your child's graduation." Men aren't doing that. Black men are not doing that. Okay, this is a woman thing that they want to do for their own whatever weird gratification they get out of it, out of just, I guess they feel like they're shocking people, or they're degrading whatever event that they're at. So just turning it into debauchery wherever they go. Because that's what it is. There's nothing cool about it. There's nothing even sexually appealing about it anymore. To me, twerking stopped being sexually appealing like back in like 2005. When white girls started doing it, that's when it wasn't sexy anymore. That's just my humble opinion. Once white people get a hold of it, it's not cool anymore. But people still do it. You know what I'm saying? But uh, there's nothing sexually appealing about it. There's nothing funny about it. It's not even entertaining. It's just stupid at this point. And the people who do it, they do it because, well, there's a lot of these entertainers who do it because they have nothing else to offer. I mean, can you tell me what the lyrics are to any of Meg Thee Stallion songs? There's nothing really that you can tell me that any great lyrics that she has or a great verse that she has. All she's known for is turning around and busting her butt cheeks open, right? And Janelle Monae has basically become Janelle Monae at this point. She used to dress up like a little boy and try to suck young people in with that whole gender confusion nonsense. And now she still preaches that, but now she has decided to be this overtly sexual lesbian type, doing strip teases and everything else. And I may do a video about her, but I'm going to do it on my Patreon because there's some video that I have that I can show, and I can't really show it on YouTube because Janelle Monae has, like I said, become basically just like a stripper. She just takes her clothes off, shows her titties everywhere. She's not really any type of real artist that relies on any type of musical or writing talent. It's all about shocking people into paying you attention and showing your ass, basically. And once again, the Twerk Zombies cannot be stopped. I apologize to Miss India Irie. Like, I don't know what she thought was going to happen. I mean, she should have known when they were inviting Meg Thee Stallion to be at the Essence Fest what was going to happen. Okay, if they're inviting Meg Thee Stallion to the Essence Fest, they want some booties to be shaken. That's what they want, is some musty butts twerking on stage. I mean, what type of artist is Meg Thee Stallion other than that? Okay, so Miss Irie, I don't know if you understand this, but the Twerk Zombies cannot be stopped. Okay, it was just very recent, a story came out of these black females twerking at the slave fort over in Ghana. Okay, a place where our ancestors suffered immensely, where our ancestors were tortured, where they were murdered, and where they were sold like chattel. And you had these goofy chicken heads up on top of the castle, the slave castle, twerking. So that, like I said, they don't have any type of real sense. And when I see girls twerking nowadays, I know they don't have a lot of sense. Now, if you're a girl who twerks and you twerk when you're at the dance club or the dance hall, or you're actually at a party, I'm not talking about that. Okay, I understand people are going to dance at a party. That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. That's like, eating potato chips at a football party or something like that. I understand that. All right, I'm not against that. That's where the dancing is supposed to be. But if you don't have sense enough to realize that you're not supposed to be twerking at your uncle's funeral, or you're not supposed to be twerking at someone's wake or memorial service, you're not supposed to be twerking at your child's graduation. Your child's graduating from kindergarten and going to first grade, and you're shaking your butt in the aisle. Your kids are having parties at Chuck E. Cheese, and you're up on the table twerking. There are people at a classy restaurant trying to eat their food, and you're twerking your musty butt over their plate. If you don't realize that you're not supposed to do that, then there's something wrong with you. Okay? And to be honest, I've become very cynical about the whole thing because it's so ridiculous and it's so over the top that I can't really get upset or outraged about it anymore. So maybe it's having an effect on me in a negative way, the fact that I've become cynical about it. I'm not surprised, I'm not shocked by it. I wouldn't be surprised if someone is twerking somewhere anymore. Okay? It would only shock me if someone I knew personally was doing that in an inappropriate place. Like, I wouldn't appreciate it then. But as far as seeing the usual suspects out here twerking, I mean, that's just going to be what it is. I'm not going to be surprised if I see a woman, giving birth at home or birth in the hospital and twerking, or her mama twerking on the table at the hospital after the baby's born. Okay, I don't stuff like that won't surprise me. Okay, or stuff like that does not surprise me. Right? It's just what it is now, and until we as a society as a whole or a community as a whole come out against it and say that it's a bad thing and start banning people from areas for doing that, then it's not going to change. You still have some people saying, well, it's okay for people to just have fun, or we's just having fun, because that's always the excuse I see for twerking nowadays. Like, people start sounding like little children. We's just having fun. Grown adults sounding like toddlers and sounding like little kids. Like, my daughter talks like that. You see what I'm saying? My 8-year-old talks like that when she's playing outside with bubbles or whatever. Like, we're just having fun. Shaking your musty butt is not just you having fun. Stop acting like little children. Okay, if you want to be respected as women, you notice I haven't called any of these females who do this women, but if you want to be respected as women and you want to be a woman, an adult, then you have to start acting like it. Act with some maturity. Okay, have some class, have some sense, and understand your butt doesn't need to be in the air or bent over or bunked over, or you don't have to have your hands on your knees everywhere you go. Okay, think. Let something process in your mind. Let the logic or the common sense swirl around in your brain before you decide to bend over and start wiggling your butt cheeks. Okay, because for one thing, twerking nowadays has shown me that our people have stopped even trying to learn how to dance. There was a time where we were the best dancers. Now all anyone can do is bend over and shake their ass. Even men are doing it. That's when you really know that the society itself is crumbling and creativity is crumbling. When you got males out here twerking, there are men out here twerking, whether they be homosexual or not, just to get attention. Okay, and that's really sad and disgusting. You got males out here twerking their ass, and if you're a man and I see you twerking in front of me, I'm going to kick you square in your butt. Okay, don't do that in front of me, please. Now, a woman, I'm not going to be happy about it, but if you're a man doing it, I'm putting my boot in your backside. Okay, just for doing that. Stop that. Okay, there's no need for you to be doing that. Anyway, folks, you folks can let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. I very much like to hear your opinions on the twerk zombies out here, and let me know how you feel about it. And hopefully you're not one of them. Hopefully you're not one of these I'm just having fun morons. Like I said, I can understand at the club, you're twerking, you're doing a Tootsie Roll, whatever. I get it. If you're at a dance party or you're at a house party, I get it, okay? We all did that stuff at the parties that we were at or at the clubs we were at. That's what it's for. That's where we're supposed to do it, okay? But you gotta know better, and you gotta have some sense and some maturity to know you're not supposed to be doing it everywhere. Have some class, have some sense. Anyway, Mad Black, and I will be back with my foot on the devil's back.